What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the Palace Pistons report. And in this one, we're gonna take a look at the Pistons offseason so far, what's going on with this Jalen Duren mess, and some possible free agency and trade options that's still floating around out there. So today, we got a few more with us. We got the crew. So go on ahead, John. What's up? Man? Tell or what's going on with you today?
What's up, Jay? What's up, man? My name is Jay Riv, man. It's talk about this Piston contest today, man. Let's talk about this all-season talk. So let's get it in, fellas.
Where, D Will was here, man.
What's going on, fellas, man? Welcome back, man. And missed y'all. Wanted to talk some sports, man. Get
Yeah.
caught up on this, get everybody opinion, get everybody thought press about this off season. So
Word.
get it.
Yep. Well, this is the time for it. But and Deville, what's going on, man?
What's up, fellas, man? It's been a minute, man. We got a lot to talk about. I'm ready to get into it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So go on here. You just said it. We got a lot to talk about. So me and Quincy got on here. He spoke about some of this stuff. So I'll let y'all give y'all thoughts on John Collins. Go ahead, Deville. What you think about him?
Um, I like John Collins, man. I feel like um I guess he's kind of replacing Tobias. So I mean, defensive wise is cool. We're gonna see what he do on offense. Like, people saying people wanted him here like years ago, but I think he can help us out. Another
I think
live
I think
threat.
it's I think it's kind of the opposite. I think he's much better offensively than he is defensively. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm talking about defensive wise over Tobias. You know what I'm saying? He a little bit
Still, like I
better.
don't. All right. Well, however,
You don't think he better defense than Tobias what
No,
Tobias bring?
I think they might be about the same.
they
Honestly, I don't
even
know.
they
He might
even they
he
even.
he a better rebounder, but that's when they let him play close to the basket. But my apologies, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you good. But I mean, we'll see what he can do, man. I think he can help us. Well, he is another live threat, so you know that'll work. But we'll see what he do this year, man. Hopefully, he give us some good minutes and help us out.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna take it over with John Collins, man. I'm gonna say it's a good signing. They got a good contract with him too for 3 years, 51. So that's a good deal. They got him on. He's a good rim runner for K, like for lob threats, like Caddy was saying. He can shoot the three really good. Shot 40% from the three the last 3 years. So he's a better 3-point shooter than Tobias was. Defense probably close to Tobias, not better than Tobias, but close. He a little bit longer for our size than Tobias, but I think what he's gonna bring to this team is better rim running with Cade. And I think he'll be able to score about 19, 20 points a game. Like if you look at his stats when he was in Utah after the trade with Atlanta, he played really well over there. So I know he didn't play that good as last year. He averaged like 14 last year with the Clippers, but his role was different with the Clippers. He was playing behind Kawhi and Harden, so his role was a lot different in the Clippers than it was in Utah. So I think he'll be like the Utah version we saw with average like 19, 20 points a game if they use him right. So we'll see.
Yeah,
Hopefully, closer to the Atlanta version. My bad, D. Will. Go ahead.
no. We just talking. I think I think the identity the Pistons is trying to get is to run, and they're trying to get people to get out and get on them wings and get up there, so K can advance the ball quicker. Because they don't have another ball handler on the floor. To be honest with you, with losing Tobias, you lost a consistent number two. Um, he may not put up the 20 every night. Now he had that streak in the playoff, but with John, if you put their numbers up against each other, him and Tobias, you're almost getting that same player, just younger, just younger. So that's the benefit. He's a younger version of Tobias. I don't think he's on Tobias's level. Yes, he still got the same point totals, but it's the way you score. Sometimes you can drop 15 in the first part of the game and don't affect nothing at the end or affect how the outcome comes. Tobias was just the opposite. Tobias would probably give you 15 late in the game and affect the outcome. And I think that's the difference you're going to see. But numbers wise, if you just put them numbers wise for four quarters, they're identical. Um, Tobias shot 37, John shot 43 from the 3 point line, so there's an improvement there. But I test, they're the same player, just a younger version. So hopefully, I guess what they're trying to build is a run and gun type team. hopefully that'll work because like Caddy was saying, Jay Riv was saying, John Collins is a live threat. He's another live threat.
Yeah, like I said, man, and the main reason why mentioned the Atlanta version because he was a much better rebounder then. But John Collins is probably the bigger name, so far free agency. But it's been some other stuff like they re-signed some shooting. They re-signed Kevin Herter and Duncan Robinson, or they just didn't waive Duncan Robinson or whatever it is, right? So what's going on with that? Start us out, Caddy. What's going on with Kevin Herter and Duncan Robinson?
I think the reason they resigned Kevin Herter because if you notice, like the game he started, he actually went well with the offense. His shooting is on and off. You never know what you're gonna get from him. So and low key he can pass too. So that was a big plus. Then Duncan Robinson, I don't know what they doing with him. I don't know if they keeping him for shooting or they keeping him around for a trade option to trade during the season or maybe even the trade deadline. I don't know. They also, if I'm not mistaken, re-signed Green too. So
They
that's
got
like
him on a 1 year. They got Green on a 1 year.
Good deal.
okay, yeah. So Green, he give a shooting, he give a little bit of defense too. So yeah, I think Duncan's up in the air. I think if the right player come, I think they're gonna use him for like trade bait. If I'm,
Yep.
I would.
Oh,
So
hmm Don't forget, fellas, we still got that trade on the line, and I think like we was talking in pregame, and I ain't trying to take nobody's minutes or anything, but I just wanted to say this. Remember, we were talking in the pre-show about dominoes falling out of LeBron and going to Philly. So you might see a package deal that Kevin Durant, which I'm kind of for, but I'm 55% against and 45 with for.
Well, hold
Uh,
on. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. We
yeah,
gonna
but
get
I
to
was just
that.
gonna say that's the reason why they're keeping. That's the reason why they're keeping Duncan. You hit it right on the head. He's going to be part of a trade package. Whatever they do moving forward, he's going to be part of that. He's not going to be. I would very be slim if he played this season for the Pistons.
Word. What you got? What you got, John?
I feel the same way the fellas feel about it, man. I think Kevin Herter was a signing for he can stretch the floor, he can shoot, he can get to the rim, he can attack. So you keep him. He actually played pretty well towards the end of the year. So you keep him. But I think Duncan's gonna definitely be using a trade package too. I think he's gonna be dealt in the next move they make because of the money. He make about 16 million. So I can see them packing his contract in a bigger deal. You know what I mean? So like a Kevin Durant or they were saying another package deal because you don't really need him when you just signed Isaiah Joe in the trade. So you really don't need Duncan Robinson and Isaiah Joe on the same team with Kevin Herter. It makes no sense. So I think they're gonna make a move.
I got a question if I can. As they stand right now, who's starting next to Cade? Duncan Robinson, Isaiah Joe, Kevin Herter, or a player yet to be? Well, I said as they stand right now. So out of those three, who's starting right now for y'all?
For me, good call, Will. I would say I'm gonna start Isaiah Joe or a sleeper name, Abuka Okori. Personally, for me,
That was mine. That's what I was gonna say.
Abuka
nah,
Okori.
man.
uh,
I maybe Isaiah Joe. I even start Herder over Obuka, man. I'm not high on him, but I know we're gonna talk about that later.
I just hope they don't put. I hope they don't do another Marcus Sasser, uh, Saban Lee type situation with this cat they just drafted. The I can't say his name, but I hope they don't do that again because if y'all remember the trend is they drafted Saban Lee. Saban Lee was supposed to be the next backup point guard. Da 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 da. Then they went and got Sasser and he booted Saban Lee out and now you brought this young guy out and Sasser's out. I just hope we don't have that same trend. I hope this young cat gets the right chance, not the a chance, but a right chance.
Right. No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. But I don't know. The thinking could be because in the playoffs, especially in that Cleveland series, toward the end of it, we saw him starting Dennis Jenkins next to
Mhm.
Cade. So maybe they feel like you can get somebody who can play a little bit of defense and maybe give you some similar offensively to Dennis, something like that. But who knows? He's a rookie, so he may not get the opportunity to start right away or whatever it is. But so we go ahead. Well, Caddy led us right there with that. the rookies in summer league. How am I saying his name? Emeka. I'm not sure.
Abuka.
Abuka
Yeah,
Corey.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm saying it all wrong. And then what's Ugona? I know that's how you say his last name, right? But
Yeah.
from what I heard, I didn't necessarily watch too much of it, but from what I heard, they both didn't play, that bad. The guard looked pretty decent. At least in that first game, put up pretty decent numbers, scoring numbers and stuff like that. So, what do y'all think about the rookies, especially in summer league? Go ahead, John.
All right, so I'm gonna get my take. I watched 2 4 of those games. I think Abuka Corey gonna be nice, man. I think just seeing the eye test, just keep him get to the rim. He can attack strong. He got to work on his finishing skills at the rim. That's what I see. He can get past mostly any player. He can get past players anytime, but his finishing got to get improved on. But his jumper is nice. I think he'll be really good, fellas. I really do. I think he'll be a really good player for us. I think at first he's gonna struggle a little bit just to get familiar with the game, but I think once he figured out, he gonna be just as probably as good as Jaden Ivey. I'm being real with y'all. I think he's gonna be nice once he figure out the NBA game. But the other kid, so yeah, the other African kid, the other center, he needs some work. He got brick hands. He really don't have good hands. But two things he do well though: he can shoot the three, and he can block shots. So I think once he get in the G League and work on his game, I think he'll play better. But he got brick hands though. He can't catch the ball that well. They were trying to dump him little lob passes he couldn't really catch. But he's a good shot blocker and he can shoot the three. So I think once he work on his game, he'll be solid.
Down. That's and not this ain't nothing against what you say. I'm just like per saying this at him. Like that's kind of backwards. Like how you a 3-point shooter but can't catch. Like you know what I'm saying. You got to have decent hands to to catch it from out there. But go ahead, D. Will. What you think about the rookie so far in summer league?
Man, I'm supportive of him, but I'm like Caddy. I ain't high on him. I'm supportive of him, but I ain't high on him. He's got a nice little highlight. But I think they could have went a different way. I would have traded me personally. I would have traded the first round draft pick and got something solid commodity. But that's the best
What
y'all could do. That's the best y'all could do. That y'all should have traded that pick. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
word? So like, give me a if you can't. Well, go ahead. D. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I'm with D Will, man. I mean, he decent. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's not trash enough. Abuka, I'm speaking of. Like, I think I had higher expectations from him. When I seen him in summer camp, I expected him to do a little better. Like the first game, he did decent. I think he had like 17 or something like that. But like John was saying, he got to be better finishing at the rim. Um, I mean, he's a good player. I don't think he's a starting player right now. Like coming as a rookie, he kind of remind me of the same skill set as Danius Jenkins, man. Like he can be streaky, he can get hot. You know what I'm saying? It's like he kind of remind me of Danius Jenkins, man. So like I'm not as high on him as everybody else is, but I think he'll be a decent like bench player with that second unit. So
Hey, Caddy, let me ask you this. Caddy, let me
yep.
ask you this. Since you and I seem to agree about this cat, what's your time frame to see if he's gonna pan out? I never thought that he was the first round draft choice in the first place. Uh, I never thought he was the first round draft choice. I saw a little highlights of him or whatever when it was rumored that they was interested in him, but I wouldn't have wasted the first round pick. So being that they took him in the first round, what is your time frame to prove he was worth that first round pick? What's your time frame? What are you looking for in that time frame to say, okay, we did right on that first round pick?
I'm gonna give him like about probably like 2 years so he could figure out the game. I figure like in the 2 years he should be able to figure out the game behind Cade, and I give him about 2 years. The game should slow down for him by then. He's not that tall, so he kind of got to use his quickness. So I give him about 2 years to figure it out, man. I think in them 2 years, kind of like same thing that happened with um wow, I can't think of his name. Who we just get rid of to Chicago? What's his name? Jaden Ivey. I think Ivy, when he first came, he tried to use his quickness, and he was kind of like it was kind of like messing him up because he was trying to just go fast, and he couldn't like slow the game down. I think this might be the same thing with him. So I think it's gonna take him a while to figure it out. But I give him like 2 years behind Cade, and that'll help him figure stuff out. But yeah,
I think. Well, go ahead. Finish if you want done. Go ahead.
no, that was it. I was just about to say, yeah. But I mean, I think he's a good backup. We play with like Dennis Jenkins or something like that.
So
I
what?
think that'll work.
So what about Ugonna, the big guy?
Uganda, he's still raw, man. He gonna need some more experience, man. Like I get in college he was all them blocks, but NBA a different monster, man. So even like
I think
rebounds, he good with rebounds. Like he could step out every now and then, like Jay said. I seen him hit that three, and he looked comfortable hitting it. But like Jay said, like he got butterfingers, man. So it's gonna. I think he need to go to G League and develop a little bit more.
I think his defense and shot blocking, that's what's going to translate immediately. I think that's going to be like the first thing to show up. But
You know who he
so
remind me of? I'm sorry, so you know who he remind me of? Lindsey Hunter when he first came into the league. Quick, quick hands, explosive defense, and had to work on that shot.
I said the same thing. But so for those who's not necessarily sold on the rookie guard yet, um tell me why. Like why not? Like why? Like what's like it seemed like he can score it. Just I know college don't necessarily translate to the league, but that just shows his ability. He can. He was a 20-point scorer at 6 foot, so he got to at
Yeah,
least be able to do. He got to be able to do something. Like you said, he ain't figured out finishing just yet. Hopefully, I think that's probably gonna be the most pivotal thing. He probably gonna have to get that part down. But I think I think he got everything else. He showed that he got the vision and everything else, but is
yeah.
it? But like, what's the? Is it? Yeah, like what's the reason why? Like why? Like what haven't you seen, or what are you? What will it? What do you need to see to be sold from the rookie guard?
For me, like that was like the main thing, the finishing. But a couple games he had some turnover issues too. And if you're gonna play point guard, you know, even though it's not the regular season, I expected in that summer league. I kind of expected him to dominate in the summer league. I ain't gonna lie, but he had a couple turnover issues in a couple games, and I would like for him to like turn that down a little bit. His shot decision wasn't bad, um, and he could get past his players. So I just think once he slow it down, he'll be straight once he slow the game down.
I'm gonna say this, fellas. I watched a couple of those games. I think this is probably the worst Pistons summer league team I've seen in about 10 years, man. Like the talent was not there. It was only him and Chaz really holding it down. A couple G League players played well, Bryce Williams and a couple names, but this is a horrible G League team, man. So I'm gonna give Ibuka his due because he was playing with a bunch of non-talented players, man. This is not a good G League team for the Pistons, honestly.
Yeah, that is true.
So this is not a good team for me. I think the kid got talent, man. I think he reminded me a lot of like a young Schroeder and Darius Garland. He got real tight handle. He did turn the ball a little bit in summer league. I did watch that. He turned the ball a little bit. It was unexpected, but I think he reminded me of like a Schroeder, kind of Dennis Schroeder and Darius Garland. I think Garland be his ceiling. Or they said Maxey. I mean, if he's good as Maxey, we got a stud. But I don't see Maxey just yet.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Garland
I
though.
see him. I see him. I mean, maybe a little bit better off, or maybe more opportunity offensively. But
Then
I
Maxi,
like no. I like the comp of Lindsey Hunter. I like the comp of Lindsey Hunter, but I think for the Pistons, he can be what Ivy and Killian Hayes was supposed to be. But so dang, what? Oh, so John, I mean, you brought up a name. You brought up a good name. And that's Chaz Lanier. So what's he actually showed some signs of life. Is he actually gonna get a chance to play this year?
The problem with Chaz on this Detroit team is he behind so many shooting guards, man. You got Kevin Herter, you got Duncan Robinson. How they going to use Abuko Corey? Duncan Robinson, it's Corey. So it's like you got like 3 or 4 shooting guards. You even got Gary Harris here. So it's like you got guards, so many guards here. They need to make a trade, man, to get some of these guards off this roster, man. That's the problem. They 2 guard heavy right now. So they need to get rid of a couple of these guards to get a couple more forwards. We need a backup power forward. But yeah, we got to figure our guard rotation out. So I like Chaz, but I don't know if he'll get a shot here unless we get rid of some of these guards, honestly.
What you
I
think,
think
Deville?
I think he kind of proved himself in summer league.
For
He was
sure.
uh he was consistent with that three, man. It shocked me because he was so inconsistent last year, but it showed like I don't know if he worked on it over the summer or what, but he was more consistent with the three, and he looked way more comfortable. And I know it's just summer league, but the Pistons gonna need that shooting. So I think he earned just by summer league. If he can stay consistent like that in the regular season, I think he get more minutes. We also got to remember we got what's his name, Prince. What's his name?
Torian Prince.
Torian
Yeah,
Prince.
Torian Prince. So it's kind of like he behind a lot of people, but I think they can use him, man. I don't think they're gonna keep all them people either, though. So
Well, so it's a steal up. Well, how can I do this? I don't know. I don't even know how to do it. Jalen Duren is still the was it the saga continues still, I guess you could say.
yes, man.
Still trying to get that part figured out. They still say that they're a big difference in amounts. They most recent thing that I saw at least was saying that Jalen Duren is expecting 5 years, 287 mil. One else a thing that I also heard was that it's not necessarily him, it's his representation. Like he it's the same guy who represents Tyree Eason or something like that, and he might have made a bad play on his part too, and Tyree Eason didn't get as much money as he should have had. So what are your thoughts on Jalen Duren? Is he going to resign? Should he resign? Do y'all even want him to resign back here in Detroit?
I'll let you start, Caddy. I'll let you start on this one.
Man, I'm so sick of him, dog. Like, come on, man. What's that? Like 47 million a year that he want?
57, bro. 50. He want
57? Like 57 million a year? So you telling me you want more than Cade? You want more than Wimby? You want more than all these star players? It's like, bruh, come on, dog. I at this point, I kind of want to trade him, man, because now he done kind of mess up the relationship with the organization now. So even if we keep him, it's still gonna be a bad relationship, man. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, if you could trade him for a good piece and then get I heard, I don't know how real this is, but I heard they was trying to trade him and get like Clint Capella and Kevin Durant. I like that because Clint Capella, he a live threat just like Durant. I know he's a little older now, but if you notice, Clint Capella, he played better when he got a good guard that can give him the ball. When he played with Harden, he was going crazy.
oh,
Now
for
you,
sure.
you put him with Cade.
He also played with James Harden 10 years ago. It feels like I don't
That's what
want
I'm
no. I don't
saying.
want no. I don't. That ain't the name that you want to bring up.
Mm-mm.
But
I
continue.
mean, I don't want him, but if you gotta replace him with something, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get another big if you're gonna trade Durant in my position. I mean, in my opinion. So it's like you got to do something with that. And at this point, we not about to give him that money, man. Nobody's gonna give him that money. He's not worth that money. And if somebody give it to him, they can have him. But it's like that's way too much, man. I'm not giving you just as much as K. No, that's not working, man. You're not worth it. So we gonna have to do something. I say trade him while you can. I know they trying to keep him, but I just say trade him while you can, man.
Well, go ahead, John. What you think?
My number is for him for the whole since he became a free agent. It's been 30 million to 35. That's my number for him. No more than that. If he wants more, I'm signing to trade him. I got a homeboy. I was shot him on this show, but my boy Blade, he love Jalen Duren. That's his guy, and he want to pay him like 45 plus million. I'm not about that with him. Me and my boy go back and forth about the whole Duren situation, and I just don't want to pay him. I think he's a good player, but I think he's a little overrated for me. He's a good lob threat. He got a good face-up game, but he can't shoot. He can't post. It's things he can't do. He got a lot of limitations to me to make him a star. If he develops those, yeah, he can be that guy. But to me, I don't see where he's worth $40 million plus because his skill set is not there for me. Like, and my boy always say, "Oh, look at his numbers. He rises every year." He doesn't. Like year two, he averaged 13. Then he went down to 11 points the year before. Then he averaged 19 last year, right? So look at it. He's good, but I think he's a little overrated for what his skill set is, to be honest to me. So I don't want to pay him. But
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
that's for me.
No, he not good. He not good enough defensively to make up for
Yep,
how good he is not offensively.
Exactly.
But another trade package that we had sent that y'all was sending around in one of the chats was maybe a trade to Dallas for a player like Daniel Gafford. Maybe a Saturn trade for like Daniel Gafford. What y'all think about something like that, or is there any other name out there?
I like the package for Dallas if we can get PJ Washington and Gafford in the package deal for him, because you think about what Dallas did in the draft. They drafted a lot of big men. They got the kid from Michigan. They picked up the guy from Memphis, Amendola Santee, the big fellow over there. So they got a ton of bigs now. So like, I don't think they got a lot of minutes for all these bigs over there with Lively and all these guys. So if you can get PJ Washington and Gafford for Duren, I'll do it. Like I figure it out. Like I'll do that deal. Or a sleeper team for Duren that nobody's talked about is Brooklyn. Brooklyn don't have no bigs really, bro. They traded Nick Claxton away. So they don't really have a big to replace Claxton. So they got, what's the kid name? It's a big fella they got over there. It's okay. But I like Danny Wolf, is the guy from Michigan. And they got Michael Porter, obviously. So if you can figure something around Porter and one of those bigs they got over there,
You had me until you said Michael Porter Jr.
he can shoot, man. Porter shoot.
I don't care.
Man. I don't know. Like Gafford, he cool. PJ Washington, cool. But you still need something, man. I feel like you need an extra score, man. If you're gonna trade Duran, you gotta get a package with another score. I don't know who that might be, or get something in free agent, which it's not that many free agents that is under that score title, but you need, in order for this team to go further, especially how the East done ranked up, man, you need another scorer in that Detroit Pistons team. So if you're gonna trade them and get some kind of value from them, you got to trade them for another scorer, in my opinion. The bigs is cool, but if you could get a big with it, that's a bonus. But you
Yeah.
got to at least get another scorer for me.
I'll be
Because
real
ain't
with you.
nobody gonna do it with Duncan. Like you can try to trade Duncan, but you're not gonna get a lot for Duncan. I think
True.
your best bet is gonna be Jalen Duren, because you're not trading a SAR and nobody like that. So I think your best bet for that extra score is gonna be Duren.
I'll be real with y'all, fellas. If we can somehow snatch Zach LaVine and Sabonis in the package deal, I know it's a lot of money for those two players, but if you got Sabonis and Zach on the team with a Cade and Asar and a solid bid like John Collins, that could be dangerous, man. Because now you
You
got.
won't win with Zach LaVine.
I love Zach though, fellas. That's my guy. Zach.
Man, I don't you was if I can remember what Cat Williams said, you have whatever unreal allegiance to losers. Zach LaVine,
But
he can just keep his ass over there. But yeah, maybe that was because when he first said he wanted to go to Sacramento, that's why I think he didn't want to go there because he was like, yeah, I want to go to Sacramento. Maybe I'll go to Sacramento, and everybody in Detroit was like, all right, like, we'll take the bonus, and they was like, all right, maybe not then. Like so I don't know. But what else you got? Anything else before we move on?
Nah, that's it, man. For
I'm
me.
gonna I know Piston fans won't. I'm gonna say this. I know Piston fans want Trey Murphy so bad, and they don't care about giving up 4 first-round picks for him or 3 first-round picks. I'm good on Trey Murphy, man. I know Piston fans want him. He's a good scorer, but like he ain't that guy like that. Like people make like he's a star. Like he's a solid, good player. He can shoot. He can attack the rim a little bit, but he don't really have good handle like that. Like his handle is okay. Like I like Trey Murphy, but not for those picks. Though. Like not for what they want. Like I think it's
Not
overrated
for
for.
all them
Yeah,
first round picks. No, he not worth it, man.
No.
right. I mean, but remember I said that and y'all called me crazy. But the main reason, somebody I forget who it was, but it was something I just saw recently. They said somebody offered it what they declined they offer because they only offered two. They only offer two first
Boston.
rounders. So
Boston.
they allegedly they only want, or excuse, allegedly they want at least 3 firsts and a player. And I mean that's cool. Like you can get like 3 players in the first, maybe or something like that. But I mean, or maybe I'm not even that mad at the maybe giving up a few of those picks because you can always get other first round picks, whatever it is. But if you're gonna do all that, you probably shouldn't pay him a great big old contract because now you really handicapping yourself. So if you could, they done with Durant, so they got to get a starting center. And then if you can get somebody else, if you can get Trey Murphy and the starting center, I think that'd be ideal. But other than that, I'm good. Um, well, we kind of led ourselves there as far as like maybe a trade for Trey Murphy or something like that. What's other? Are there any other free agent options out there, or any trade options?
I
Well,
think he
the
still
big
got
one, the big one, of course, is rumored that KD wants to be here, or maybe he like Cade or whatever it is. I personally think he's trying to recruit Cade to Houston or in some kind of way because Cade from Texas. But do y'all is that a thing? Like, is it a thing that could happen? Do y'all want it to happen? KD in Detroit.
I want it to happen. I feel we needed that extra.
I should have known.
We need the extra score, and I think KD. I think he kind of wanted to come to Detroit because Cade ain't leaving. And he had that issue with the burner, the burner phone. Talk about all the Houston players and all that stuff. Man, I think
Right, I forgot about that. You right. You right.
yeah. So I think he wouldn't mind leaving. He said he wanted to play with Cade, so I think he wanted to come here, and I think we need that extra player that can create their own scoring. So I would love for him to come here. And other free agents we got that can help, but I'm not like sold on. I kind of really don't want. But you got like DeRozan. You got Clay. I don't think Clay will come here though. You got people like that, but I think KD is the move, man.
Now, just the fact that you brought that up is another. I forgot about that part. The whole burner account. That's another layer to why I don't want him. You gonna do whatever you gotta do, trade whatever you gotta trade to get Kevin Durant here for 40 games a year. That old hurt boy. What you think, John? KD to Detroit. You like it?
Nope, I'm not good on KD coming. I went back and forth with it for a while. First, I wanted him, but his age is a factor for me. Like his age and the youth for our team. I don't want old player like him on this team. I'm gonna give you two names. Who I'm looking at. It's probably Ben Mathurin, who they've been linked to like last couple of days. Is Ben Mathurin doing the summer league for a decent contract? That's not a bad name to come to Detroit. Like I know people don't love him, but I think he's young enough where he can be a stud here. He can score, get you about 17 a night. That's his average for his career. I like him. And I'm calling Portland, dude. I'm calling Portland up and see what you want for either Scoot Henderson or Shaden Sharp because you already got Drew Holiday, you got Dame Lillard, and you got John Morant. They don't need all them guards either. So I'm calling for Shaden Sharp or Scoot, whatever you want to get rid of. I want one of those two players in Detroit for me.
I would have name I want from Portland is Drew Holiday.
I
But
like
dang, it was something you said that I was gonna say something too and I forgot. What did you say? What did you
you saw Ben
dang.
Mathurin.
Oh yeah, that exactly. So now, I honestly think if you're gonna make a move for Ben Matthews, you might as well just play Rod Holler. Honestly, you might as well just play the
Yeah,
player that you got that's kind of like that. So that's my thoughts
yeah.
on that. But
And
um,
my opinion, man, like I know them players you name, it's cool, but that don't do nothing for us in the Pistons, man. Especially how the East is ramped up now with the players in the East now and the teams that improve. Like Ben Matthews, he cool too. All them players cool, but that don't push us over, man. And I think the only person that pushes over like that is KD. I know he a little older, but he still scored. What he averaged last year, 20 something, whatever.
how
So I
many
mean, he's
games did he play?
yeah, man. I get that, man. But it's like we the way the East is, the team we got right now is not gonna do it though. It's not gonna cut it, man. And we still what people say all last year, especially in the playoffs. K need that extra score. K need that extra score. We don't have that right now. We still got the same team just about, and we don't have that extra score. So it's kind of like we in the same position. So we got to make a move, or we just gonna go down in the East, man. We ain't gonna be that first seed no more. The East is way too good now. So we got to do something, man. And we need that score. And only person out there right now is a KD. All them other players is cool, but that don't put us over in the East.
I mean, well, KD ain't a free agent, so it'd be a trade.
Yeah,
So I
it
mean,
has to
if
be a
it's
trade.
another trade out there, if you're gonna trade a whole bunch of stuff, I say it again, maybe a player like Devin Booker. I would like to see Devin Booker
Yep.
next to Cade. But also, you said, I mean, I guess the East did get better, whatever it is, because your friend came to Philly. But I mean, my thing is like the champions came out the East and they wasn't star studded. They had a lot of they had Jalen Brunson and some really really solid players. Like OG Ananobi had a good series. Like he ain't no star, no stuff like that. So So I don't know if I don't know if you need a star. You could just get a player that's capable next to some of these other players that we got. So before we get on out the
Yeah.
door, I got
Wait,
anything
but do
else?
you agree that they still need that extra
Absolutely,
score?
absolutely. I
That's
wholeheartedly
that's
agree.
all I'm saying. They still need. I don't know where
They
they
should,
gonna get it from. Trade,
though.
free agent, free agent. I don't think they got it in free agent. So you're gonna have to make a trade.
My last point on that, like I agree with y'all. They need to start for sure. I would love to get Kyrie over here, a guy like that who can score. But like, I got a feeling Trey Legend wants to keep Duran and Asar and K, right? So my thing is, if they want to keep those three guys together, they don't want to pay somebody huge money. So like a guy like Ben Mathurin or Shade can fill that void who can score if you keep Duran. Because I don't think they want to trade Duran. I don't think they want to do it, but it might come down to it. They have to trade him if they ain't working on the money situation. But the names I mentioned is because they plan on keeping Duran. So that's why I mentioned those kind of guards because they need a shooting guard who can get buckets, and play solid defense. So that's why I named those kind of names. But we'll see if they don't trade Duran. I think those kind of names you bring in. But if they trade Duran, it opens up a whole can of worms if you got to try and trade him. So I don't know what trading would do in a package for Duran if they got to trade him, but we'll see. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Word. Well, anything else before we get on out the door?
I think we covered a lot today, fellas. I think this is a good topics of discussion for the offseason. I think we did good. We just got to see what trade the next move is, honestly, fellas. Is he going to make a trade or he going to stand pat with the team? I hope he don't stand pat because going into the season, we don't look that good to go into the season with the team we got. We'll win games, but this ain't the team you want to go into the season with against the East right now. The East is loaded. This ain't good. So we'll see how this works out for the rest of the offseason, fellas.
All right. Unless I'm forgetting something, what else happened? Like you keep saying the East is loaded. What else happened?
You got Kawhi after everything clears with Toronto.
Oh, he ain't going. He going
And
to prison. That
that's
ain't happening. He's going to jail. That ain't happening.
you got Miami.
And then that's another one. We gonna fear Kawhi for 17 games a year. Get out of my face.
I
But
think
no,
Miami about to make some moves. I
Oh, I
think they
forgot
about to
about
make some
well,
more
Miami.
moves.
He still was in the East, but I forgot about Miami too. All right, never mind. I shut up. I forgot it was other moves. I'm sorry.
Orlando gonna get better to me.
Yeah, yeah,
Atlanta made moves too. Atlanta made some good
Atlanta
moves.
made moves.
yeah.
People sleeping on Washington. I think they gonna be a lot better than they was.
I do too. I
Yeah,
do
I
too.
forgot about Washington. I forgot about Washington. I mean, but they might be in the play into something like that. But
Indiana gonna be solid with healthy coming back.
oh, all right, yeah, your boy coming back.
I ain't worried about them.
The
Should,
snowman.
should
But
be.
I mean, shoot, you should be. You worried about a 40-year-old that went to Philadelphia. You need to be worried about the team that was in the
You
finals
got,
more recently.
all right.
But
Of course, you got Philly. You got Cleveland. Still
The
but
Knicks.
all right. So on the way out the door,
the Knicks.
just one bold prediction. What's the next move? Is it gonna rather be a trade or free agent signing? Whatever it is. What's the last thing before we head out the door? Your bold prediction here for right now in the off season. What is Translator gonna do?
Mm. As
I
you go,
think he have to trade for that score. He have to, man. He got to trade for a score. Any
Well,
if he
say the
got
move.
no,
What's the move? Don't I
that's the
don't go
move.
back over there. Got to trade? No, no, no. You say
Oh,
who it
okay.
is and what it is.
The move is he trade for a score.
Who?
He trade for Durant. Whatever the trade may be, he get Durant over here, and he also make a slight free agent signing, or if not, he in the hot seat.
mm.
What's the slight free agent signing?
Somebody like somebody that I don't know who, maybe like a Ben Matthews or who else a free agent? It ain't that many free agents, but I think he make like a little free agent that somebody that's not worth all that money for like a year or two, and then some way he trade for KD.
John, bold prediction.
um, let me see. Sign and trade for Jalen Duren to Brooklyn for a package. I don't know what the package is going to be, but I can see Brooklyn needing a center, man. They don't have no big man over there like that. So they got Day'Ron Sharp, and that's it. So I can see a package involving Michael Porter and Day'Ron Sharp or something like that coming to Detroit for Jalen Duren.
John, I was about to hurt my arm ending
I
this
like it.
recording because you said Michael Porter Jr.
It's I can
Stop.
one down.
Just do me a favor. Don't say his name no more around me. But at least pertain to the Detroit Pistons. But thank y'all for spending time with us today. Dave checked out a little bit early. He was he was involved. He's actually involved in one of the local basketball things here in Pontiac. So shout out to Dave and everybody over at the Nothing But Sports. And our good friend is also involved in that. I call him Joe Buttonface, but our dog O. So shout out to O and everybody else over there. So on the way out, thank y'all again and see y'all in the next one.
Salute, fellas.
Let's take a look at the Pistons' upcoming schedule. There aren't many left, courtesy of Best Buy.